This is the TheoryBoard. It's a music theory MIDI controller, a new type of instrument, as well as a composition and production tool. It allows anyone to make music. Now, a musical scale is a set of notes. When someone's playing in key, they're playing only the notes of the scale. So let's go ahead and choose a scale. The TheoryBoard takes the single notes of a scale and maps them onto the pads on the right-hand side. This makes it easy to play melodies or bass lines. Basically, you have all of the right notes at your fingertips, so it's impossible to play a wrong note. Now, a chord is when 3 or more notes are played at the same time. The TheoryBoard takes every possible chord from the scale and maps it onto the left-hand side. One pad will play multiple notes at the same time, and again, it loads all of the correct chords, so it's impossible to play a wrong one. Chords and notes that share the same root note have the same color. This makes it easy to visualize the relationship between harmony and melody. The first pad in a color group is always a triad, which is the most basic chord, while the following pads in the group are more complex. The control panel allows you to manipulate chords in every possible way. Using the control panel gives you access to over 1.9 billion chord combinations. Easily raise or lower the octave of the chord set. Stack octaves on top of each other. Spread chords by dropping the root note. And voice chords anyways using inversions or guitar voicing. Mix and match any of these chord controls. Alright, now let's talk about the live note update section. Whenever a chord is pressed, this section auto-updates with 4 octaves of the single notes of that chord. Your right hand can stay prepared to play as your left hand sends in new chord shapes. It's similar to a guitar in the way that the strings don't move. This is extremely powerful from a compositional standpoint. Now you can also choose to mute the chord. This means it won't play, but it will still send note data over to the live note update section. This allows you to experiment with the chord shape any way that you want. It's also really powerful for composing melodies. It can help break habitual patterns that you're used to playing in. For this example, we'll load easy chord mode. This loads 4 octaves of only the triads, which are the most basic chords. So we'll go ahead and play an arpeggiated guitar melody. Most music that you hear is locked into a certain scale. We added direct modulation and modal interchange hotkeys to unlock some of the more complex techniques of music theory. So we'll play an E-flat mixolydian and shift to F mixolydian. And that's how easy direct modulation is using these hotkeys. You can also use these to find pivot chords for pivot modulation. This is when the 2 scales share the same chord. We'll change our scale from E minor to B minor. The scale B minor has an E minor chord in the 4th position. We'll use this chord as a bridge between the 2 scales. The modal interchange hotkeys allow you to easily borrow chords from other modes of a scale. M1 through 7 automatically update with the 7 modes of the scale that you load. We also added a pentatonic, chromatic, and 3 user hot swaps. Let's take our example from earlier. We'll hit M4 and borrow the green chord to give our progression a different feel. Now let's hit M6 and borrow a chord from the 6th mode. It's really powerful to be able to swap out chords from different modes and try out new combinations. And again, this is a technique that more advanced producers would use. The TheoryBoard works on any DAW and any device without any drivers needed. You can play it on a phone, a tablet, a computer, a synthesizer. We just wanted it to work across all platforms. We also have firmware updatability, and we've already dropped a bunch of updates. We're running a small batch of limited edition red units that will only be available during this Kickstarter. We ran our first successful Kickstarter in late 2017. We've shipped over 850 units to our backers in 37 countries. And although rewarding, this has been an extremely difficult endeavor. We've sacrificed a lot to get this project to where it is today, and we hope to be able to continue to innovate and create in this space. Funds from this Kickstarter will be used to scale up our assembly process as well as to purchase new material. We already have manufacturing in place. The molds are made, the PCBs are designed, we just need to pull the trigger on the new order. So please support us and back our project. If you make music, or if you've ever wanted to make music, I guarantee you this will bring you value. Thank you for taking the time to check out our Kickstarter. If you have any questions, please direct message me, or I can answer anything in the comments section here. Thanks again, I love you guys. Bye.